Over the last 2 days, my friends, we've been hearing from the wonderful book of Genesis, the beautiful story of creation. And today we hear about the wonderful creation of who we are as humanity, being made in the wonderful and beautiful image of God. How male and female He created us, how God created us in His image. But one of the things we also recognize that as we live our lives, that sometimes we don't focus on that image of God, but we focus on the image that sometimes the world expects of us. We focus on the image in terms of how we want others to perceive us, so that we, in essence, can have their acceptance, maybe their love, maybe their friendship. You know, as many of you know, this coming Friday, there's a big event for the Office of Vocations, the wonderful basketball game between priests and seminarians. And just last night, I was with our seminarians, who in many ways, when we see their image, we see these wonderful young men who are on fire for the love of God. But as I was preparing them for the game, they weren't so loving. They were sharing, their words of intimidation, critiquing us as priests. And I'll be also very honest, as I spoke with my brother priests, as we had practice on Sunday, there were also some, maybe slightly uncharitable words shared, of course, with love and kindness. But in many ways, because we ourselves are getting ready for this big game, and we want to leave that game with that image of being the champions, right? Not the losers, but the champions. And to be able to lift high that trophy. But at the same time, I do have to remind myself and even them and all of us that all of these things of this world do not matter. Because ultimately, in the very end, it's all about the image that we live in accordance to God's will. Our gospel spoke of that, as Jesus said, to not hold on to those human traditions, but to once again focus on God, to focus on what is true, to focus what is right, to focus really on that beautiful image of love as we see Jesus on the cross, that gift of love that we receive in the Eucharist today. Because that, my friends, is the image that we have been made in, the image that we ourselves must live each and every single day, so that through us, others can see that love of God. Others can see Christ through all that we do. As we continue with this Mass, my friends, may we truly be nourished by the wonderful gift of the Eucharist, that wonderful gift of love that continues to strengthen us so that we may continue to give of ourselves. And as we approach this coming Friday, whoever lifts up that trophy with the words, "We are the champion," being sung behind us, may we also recognize that all of that is to glorify God, because we are made in His image and likeness.